Hi, everybody. How are you doing? I'm Dr. Gail, and this is Susie, and this is all about aliens and ETs. And today we will be taking your questions a little bit later. We're going to be taking some people on. First person I know I'm going to bring on is White Dragon because he's had a lot going on, and we will be emailing him to give him a link to come on. And I'll pick out probably one or two other people. You'll have about 15 minutes to talk about your experience, and it'll be a one-on-one with me, and then the others I can just pick out of the chat. So go ahead, White Dragon, go ahead and email us at allaboutets@gmail.com, and we will get you on. And this is our safe place to talk about the aliens or the ETs. There's a lot of you who are having experiences and don't have anywhere else to go, and we're trying to normalize it here. We really want this to be a safe place. We have great moderators that are making sure we don't have anybody coming in that doesn't belong here. So this is a safe place to be able to talk about your experiences, especially, you've had an experience, everybody's been telling you you're crazy or something's wrong, you didn't have it, or maybe you didn't even talk about it, and we're just didn't want to come out of it. But I can go ahead and either look at your questions in the chat and talk to you about it, or we can bring you on, just depending if I need more information. I do connect to the voice, so if we do invite you on here, you don't have to be YouTube ready. You don't have to have your hair fixed, your makeup on. You can just blank out the video parts so we don't see you. I really just connect to the voice. So glad you're all here. I did pull out some cards for some fun today too, and so we'll be able to get to some card pulls too a little bit later. So while we're waiting on White Dragon, we're going to go ahead and take a few questions. And so who's first?
Just 1 second. Okay. I invited White Dragon.
Okay. So he's already ready to go. Okay. So.
Okay.
Oh, hey, Annie Bear. Any message for me from the Galactic Council? Oh, okay. Hey, let's see what we're going to pull for you. We're going to pull out of the Starseed Oracle deck, and that's going to be this one. This is one of my favorite decks. And let me see what the message is. We'll bring you on White Dragon in just a minute. Let me get this question for Annie Bear. He's behind the scenes right now. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Oh, fumble fingers. Oh, man, this is an important message. All right. This is the weight of the world. Okay. You got to quit carrying the weight of the world. It wants you to create boundaries. Wants you to let it go. It's not yours to carry. And this is extremely important because there's so many times that you're carrying things that you don't need to carry, that it's not yours to carry. But when you're an empath, light worker, you start carrying on things that don't belong to you. Start discerning on what things do belong to you and don't belong to you, and let it go. Okay, let it go. Let me see who else is here. I haven't even said hello to everybody. Hey, Vivian. Hey, Elizabeth Smith. Hey, Spirit Watcher Suzanne. Let's see. And there's White Dragon, Annie Bear. Who else is here? It's going to skip for me in a moment. Oh, no, there it is. It skipped. Hey, Spirit Watcher Suzanne. Hey, White Dragon. Let's see. Hey, Albuquerque. Let's see who else is here. I see everybody saying hello to each other. Hey, Carolyn. Hey, Dream Journey 1. Let's see who else is here. Hey, Tina. Hey, M. Thanks for joining us today. Hey, Teresa. Oh, we got quite. Hey, Isabel. Hey, Lapo. Hey, the Crone Zone. Hey, girls. How y'all doing? Glad to see you. Hey, Aura Stories. Let's see. Who else do we have here? Hey, Isabel. Hey, Fun and Phoenix. Hey, Son of Watt. Let's see. We got some questions going on here. Good. Okay. Let's see who else. Hey, Sue Toffee. Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us. And This is all about aliens and ETs, and I see some people have already put the questions in. We're going to bring White Dragon on. He's has some things to talk about today, and I'll probably choose one more person to come on also. So go ahead and bring White Dragon up. Annie, be sure you start. You be sure. See, you live. Let's see. Annie says, "A lot. I've been writing about discernment." Okay, yeah, you need to, and it's real important for you because you are a light worker, and you need to quit carrying stuff that's not yours to carry. Put your boundaries up. I know it's hard because when you're an empath, a light worker, you feel everything. So you have to look at it as protecting yourself so you can help others. And look at if it's something that really belongs to you, or it's something that's really belongs to that person. You can still be empathetic for them, but you don't have to carry that energy. You've been writing about boundaries and poems. Okay. Annie, you've been writing about yourself. Okay. All right. Thanks, Annie. Well, thanks, White Dragon, for joining us. How are you doing, Paul?
Hi, I'm doing pretty good. I just got over the flu, which was a little bit rough there.
I know you had it for a long time.
Well, it lasted about 10 days. It was type A, and I had to wind up getting some anti-flu medication and some steroids for my lungs because it affected my lungs, and also a lot of coughing, and I'm over it. So now it's it's something that you don't want to go through. Let me tell you, it's not fun.
Yeah. All right. Well, tell us what's going on with you besides the flu. You get the flu.
Well, it's been a little quiet on the attack part, because right after that event that I participated in, there was a lot of activity there, and I got Michael gave me the reptilian guards, and the reptilian guards really helped, according to Son of Watt, because I guess he's their leader, and they stopped quite a bit of them, and they kind of stopped, but they did find a negative implant that they managed to sneak in there. Michael was kind of surprised because I do have quite a bit of security around me, and it took Archangel Raphael, which I never met before. I mean, he's kind of like a cool guy to deal with. He's very personable, and he's a healer,
Yeah, he shows up on my healing shows. Raphael does.
Yeah, he showed up, and I watched the whole process, which was kind of interesting because you see the energy pathways, and then you see these things that look like a bunch of boxes stuck together, maybe about 3 feet long or something like that. So he looked at me, and I said, well, you want to use my sword? And I gave it to him, and he used the sword, and he dissolved it to the point where it was just the outlines, the boxes outlines, and then he grabbed it and peeled it off and threw it away. and I go, okay, thank you for that. And then he healed the area.
He didn't stomp on it like I did my first implant I took.
No. He just kind of like peeled it and threw it away, which was kind of nice. And then,
they looked at me like, gosh, what's wrong with her?
I asked them to check the whole energy system, and I didn't have anything else, so that's kind of good. And Michael is like, oh, how they manage that? So he looked into it. I guess he found ways to get around it. So that's kind of weird.
Well, Tina's saying nice background, White Dragon. I agree. I like your background.
That's the movie is The Day the Earth Stood Still, which is really, it came out off one paragraph story, and they made a whole movie about which it's a classic. You can get it on YouTube and watch it. It's really, really cool.
Right.
And the other thing that I've wanted to talk about was, I sent you an email about you the last time I saw your last show. You talked about you felt that there were some huge ships out there.
Right.
Right. And, I did this kind of work from a long time ago. These pictures I sent you, they're not recent. They're like from the 2000s on, mostly around 2013. I don't know if Susie can display them, but I can tell people how to get to them. One of them, I think, is it looks like a big sphere that's very close.
Hold on just a minute. Hey, Annie Bear, you said that you're this, not to be disrespectful, but what I said is not you, Annie. Okay, that's what the guides gave me, is that you were having trouble with boundaries. So if that doesn't resonate with you, it might resonate with somebody that you're working with. But sorry that it didn't resonate with you. But don't worry about saying that it doesn't. It's not being disrespectful. It's being truthful. So always be truthful. Always say what you need to say. So don't think that I'm offended by that. So Andy Bear, so don't worry about that. So go ahead, White Dragon.
Okay, so I was talking about the pictures, and one of them looks like a big huge sphere that got very close to the sun, and this is from a satellite that NASA puts up there that always looks at the sun. It's capital SOHO, and you can go to the NASA website and you can download these pictures yourself and look at them. And they take pictures of the sun all the time at different frequencies, like infrared and yellow and blue and green or whatever. And they've taken these pictures, and it looks like a huge sphere that's right next to the sun, sucking up energy from the sun. I think myself, and I'm not sure, but I think that's the Athena.
Okay.
No, that was okay. You can leave that up, Susie. I can talk about that one. Okay, now this is a very interesting one. You see that square there?
Mm-hmm.
That is humongous. That looks like the Borg cube from Star Trek. I have no idea what kind of aliens those are, but that has been around the sun, floating around, and it apparently has pretty strong shields. Because do you see how close it is? You can go to the next one. Okay, this is the other phenomenon that I wanted to talk about, and on the sun, you can see geometric shapes on it.
Looks like a face.
Yeah, this one kind of looks like a face, but if you look in the big dark area, it's got the little lights, and it kind of looks like stars. I personally think, and I'm not sure. I mean, this is all what I think. You go make whatever you want out of it. I think there's a gateway that opened up on the sun's surface.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that's basically what I think it is, and it's only related to. There may be an infrared only, but in a different frequency is not even there. Okay. So you can put up the next picture, Susie. Okay, this is the interesting one. That kind of looks like a humongous ship, and that ship is humongous, and it's kind of like bird shape. Now, I'm pretty sure that's a Draconian ship.
Oh, really? And that's here on Earth?
The big ones, the really big ones, look like birds. And if you see all the little specks trailing behind it, that's not the thrust or anything. Those ships don't move that way. I think that ship got too close to the sun, and there's chunks of it coming off. It got hurt. That ship got hurt. And that was from the 2012 around that time.
Okay, that makes more sense, because I was going to say I didn't think the Draconians their ships were around anymore. So
yeah. No, that's from a long time ago. That's another one of those ships. Okay. And you can go to the next one. And this is an interesting one. This one it looks like a bunch of long ships that are kind of stuck together to make like a like pieces stuck together like dominoes. You put dominoes on top of each other. And I don't know what kind of ETs are behind it. I kind of suspect that's probably a Federation ship, maybe from the Pleiadians or something like that. That's a huge mothership.
Right.
That was hands around the sun also.
Okay.
You can go to the next one, Susie. Okay, this is the other subject that I want to bring about. Somebody asked you about the CME, which is coronal mass ejection and that kind of stuff, which is when the sun ejects a big flare and it comes out, and this is magnetic fields that surround the Earth and deflect all those charged particles from the sun, and this is what protects us. Now, what's interesting about that is that a few years ago they had another satellite up there that I heard immediately that something's wrong with the Earth magnetic field. And then I downloaded the date and the hour and the data, and it went down to 0.
Oh, really?
It disappeared. It lasted for like 2 hours. And I go, oh my God, we're in trouble. If a flare hits, then all life on Earth is gone. Gone. But then it came back, and then the news came up. This was a few years ago. The news came back and said, "Oh no, it was just it's something that we're trying out," and then they took it all down. I went back the next day, and it was all gone. So that's that. And the thing that I want to say about this is that I got concerned, and I recently asked the Athena. I can communicate with the Athena, and I asked the Athena what if she has any plans for this, and she goes, "Yeah, I can stand in front of that if that ever happens." And my shields, I can get big enough to my shields to be able to provide shielding for the Earth if it's needed. And the interesting thing is that right now there's 3 of them. It's split one more time. So we have 3 of them. 3 of those.
Athena, the Athena split in medical and military. So,
right. That was 2. It split one more time.
So what's the third one?
I think it's military because it was involved.
There's now 2 militaries, and that makes sense.
Now we have 2 military, and let me tell you, it was needed. And we had 2 military and one medical. Now, because it's medical doesn't mean it can't fight. It does.
No, the thing is you need medical because of the injuries from the military.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's one-on-one ratio.
Every time you have those activities going on, you always have casualties. But let me tell you, there's 3 now, and let me tell you, one ship is so powerful. I can't talk about it, but let me tell you, we have 3 now. So you can feel safe. That's all I can tell you. And that's the other thing that I want to get across, that there's stuff that's happening all the time that you may not hear about, and we may not be able to talk about it. Michael told me, don't say a word. Don't tell them what happened. Don't tell them anything. And I said, fine, okay, you tell me when I can do that.
Yeah, there's a lot of things I can't talk about.
That's fine with me. I mean, it's all for our protection. You realize that, right?
Yeah, I know exactly what it's for. Yeah, exactly.
It's not for anybody else but us. And even with that, they still came after me, and it didn't work.
Right. Yeah, they always do. But yeah, there's a lot of things, and they just tell me to write it down, and I'll be able to talk about it later.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to be able to say some of it. I mean, not everything, but some of it. And that's probably, you said, like 6 months or so. That's
6
good.
months to a year. I mean, there's something that we've done that I haven't been able to talk about much. So anyway, it'll be whenever they tell me we're ready. So,
So you have any other questions? I did find out. I did read a book about the stuff that you don't like to talk about, the Dark Fleet, and that's all I'm saying about it. It's pretty interesting. And
we're not going to do anything negative.
No. It's not something that it's not. Let me tell you something. It's not something we need to worry about at this point.
Right, and we don't want to scare people. We're trying to be able to let them open up and talk about their thoughts and what's
right.
Going on.
What the message is that there are very good things happening. We're very safe right now. There's enough ships behind us that can keep us safe. And then you got the whole Federation, and you got everybody, the Arcturians and everybody else that are just wonderful, trying to help us out, and the Pleiadians and everybody else. Mm-hmm. And the last thing that I want to say is that I had a dream the other day. I sent you an email about it. There was a ship that it was kind of like the what happened in Vegas. There was a ship that was having problems and had to land. And there was an ET. It looked like a gray hybrid lady that needed some rescuing, and she came to me, and she tried to disguise herself as a human, but she was so weak that she couldn't hold it, and she was in dire shape, and so I had to hold her. To give her some of my energy to keep her going until they came and got her. And so I called up the Athena and said, hey, we got this problem here, and she relays the message over to whoever, the ET rescue service. I don't I don't know what it's called, but that's what I'm calling it. I mean, they send out the right people out, and they came and got her, and I guess she's okay. I mean, she was in dire shape to be able to need some help, and I was glad to be able to help her out. It's not the poor lady. She looked like a very nice.
Yeah, she's still there, but she's gonna be okay.
Yeah, she's going to be. I don't know her name or anything, but she did come to me, and I said, well, it's a good thing. I don't mind doing this, helping you out. So that's a good thing. Anything else that you have any questions about, or?
I don't think so. Does anybody on the chat have any questions about what he's talked about?
Where did you get those pictures, Paul?
It's on the capital SOHO satellite, and you do. Let me see. You do Soho. You do a search on Soho, SOHO, giant ships around sun, and you get a bunch of pictures like that. And the other one, you get Soho geometric shapes on sun, and you can see that some of those geometric shapes are humongous, like half the sun. You can fit probably 20, 30 Earths inside of it. And I think it's some kind of gateway. And then the last one is the heliosphere. It's called the heliosphere. And you can look it up, and they've got better pictures and stuff of it. They got measurements of all that stuff. They watch them all the time. So what happened when it went to zero? Personally, I think it had something to do with the CERN, CERN, the particle collider, which I think is trouble, big trouble. They have, and I found out that's not the only one. They have probably like 700 all over the Earth, and China's trying to build the biggest one right now. I don't know if they got it working. The big one in France that got taken down 2 years, or something happened to it. It kind of like hurt a bunch of buildings, and a lot of people got hurt. They had to shut down buildings. I saw the satellite pictures. There were buildings there, and afterwards it was like grass and trees put on top of it. They changed it. Something made it happen, and those things it got kicked up again. So
let's don't go down that road.
And the only thing I got to say about that is that don't worry about it, because Michael's on it. He's on. He's not going to allow anything on that to hurt us at all. So, even though it's weird things happening, do not worry about it. We're in safe hands.
We got it, and they got it. So,
yeah, it's like Athena said, "I got this."
Yeah. So thanks, Paul, for joining us today. Appreciate it. It was very informative. So that was great.
Yeah, I encourage people to look these pictures up, and they come up all the time, especially the ones, the pictures. The space station has a lot of pictures around. They take constantly, real time, and something shows up, you better grab it, because otherwise they'll take it down immediately. And there's people who watch it all the time, so they can't get rid of it all.
Right. I think it's getting harder and harder for them to get rid of anything.
Right, exactly. So, okay, well, thank you for having
me thank you. It's always a pleasure to have you on.
Things are up and up, and the things are good. Things are happening.
Yes. Okay.
Bye bye.
Right. Thanks. All right. Bye bye. All right. Well, let's go to our questions. Hey, Vivian. Let's see. Any message from my God frequency or any other God, please? Okay. Frequency. Message. Okay. I'm going to pull out the Mystic Martian deck. Really, Viviana, they're telling me let it go. I don't know what's going on with you, but they're saying let it go. So get more on that. Reflection, kindness, compassion. So I don't know what's going on with you right now, Vivian, but it looks like to me you're a little involved in something, and they're wanting you to step back at it, look at it, for reflection, kindness, and compassion. And it almost feels like this is a family member that you're dealing with, that you need to take a step back and let it go. Whatever they did, it looks like to me it really has affected you. And I'm not saying you shouldn't be upset about it, because you should be. But for your own health, your own mental health, you need to let it go and reflect on that. So there you go, Vivian. I'm not sure who that was, or I was told that, but not sure what to let it go. Okay, I was told that, but not sure what to let it go. I feel like it's somebody close to you, so I'm not sure what that is, Vivian. Like a family member, maybe even a child. So, okay, all right, next. Hey, Tina, Dr. Gail, may I have a card from my guides? Okay. Well, I pulled out my fun crystals deck today. This is a fun deck. And let me see what they have to say from that deck. I haven't used this in a long time, but it's always fun to find out what these guys. There's two guys I think made these cards, and they have made crystals funny. Let's see. Oh, look at that one. They're giving me Amazonite. That's pretty. Look at that. Okay, and it says, who needs it? Teeth grinders. Anyone struggling with Mercury retrograde. And when to use it. When your inner child wants a real talk with you. That hits the nail on the head. Ask yourself what little you really want. Ask yourself what little you really want from life. Does it sound like what current you want? If you could just let yourself want it. Well, that's a lot of plain words. Basically, let your inner child work and see what you really want in life. It's now say that out loud for a while. Universe can hear and make it happen. So Tina, yeah, let it out loud. Let your inner child come out. I know you've been struggling with a lot of things right now, but I think this is mainly letting your inner child come out. Talk about what you really, really, really want in life. Put it out there in the universe, and speak from your heart. That's the big message on here. Speak from your heart. And this is definitely a stone that I'm usually using turquoise, but this is a good stone for that too. Is it connects your heart chakra to your throat chakra, and that makes you speak from your heart. So, listening, Tina, think about what you really want in life and start putting it out there. It seems like it's time for you to do that. You love that reading. Okay. All right, next. Hey, Lulu. Hey, Dr. Gail. Do you think we have physical aliens landing on Earth and making mass public contact in our lifetime? We definitely have. They're here, and they are making contact. And is it mass public contact? They're not in public. They're kind of coming individually. But, I mean, sometimes they show up in a group. But they are here. They're already here. And are they landing? Some of them are landing, but some of them are actually just here living. Some live on Earth, some live in Earth, and some live above us. So they're all over the place. And so they're already here, Lulu. So I don't know if you're having some contact yourself. Have you had some contact? Or are you questioning if you've had contact? No, Lulu, just see, because since you're asking me that, I'm getting the feeling you questioning about if you're having contact. Are you still here, Lulu? Okay, all right. She'll make a statement in a minute. All right, let's go to the next one. Isabel, any message from me from Divine? Thank you. All right, let me see what they want me to pull from. No, they want you to have a stone. Well, that's nice. You get a crystal. Oh, I pulled this earlier today. I can't believe I pulled it again. Yeah, look at that. That agate. Beautiful. Look how pretty that is. And on here it says, who needs it? Work-life balance struggles. There you go, Isabel. Work-life balance struggles. And when to use it, when you want to get into your body, try fire agate. When too much screen time has some computers, as you're feeling disconnected from anything, the slightest bit, try the far from aptly named moss agate. Okay, so this is talking about two agates. And then, my eyes just went worried. It's, of course, it says moss agate doesn't contain moss, nor does, technically does agate. But anyway, it says, find your solid ground. So this is real important, Isabel. It looks like to me, you need to find your solid ground, and that you need to do the work-life balance. I don't know what's going on, but I feel like that's extremely true. And I pulled that card earlier today, and I knew it was going to be for somebody, but I had put it all in the middle of the deck, and then it showed up again for you, Isabel. So there you go. Work-life balance for you. Okay? And it could be also family work-life balance too. So there we go. All right, next. Hey, Lapo, any message from my ET guides? Okay, let's see. So I'm going to pull from. I want to pull from the Mystic Martians. Okay, Eben's mystery, reading between the lines, intuition. All right, Lapo, whatever's going on in your life, you need to use your intuition. It looks like to me you're too much in your head right now on some matter. So go to your intuition. Step back from whatever you're in and get into your intuition is what they're telling me. So I don't know what that's about, Lapo, but yeah, get into your intuition. They're telling you have a very strong intuition, and that whatever matter's going on right now, you need to listen to it. Okay? All right, there. All right, next. Okay, hey, son, how are there any messages for me? Okay. Let's see which one I'm going to pull from. That's my eyes are getting blurry here. My typical, as soon as I get in here, watering eyes and everything when I start channeling. Okay, I'm going to pull for the Starseed Oracle deck. Oh, you got the love, Hadarian energy, codependency, boundaries. Look at this. This Hadarian energy. Hadarians they're just beautiful people, and they're all about love. And that's what this energy is about. It's all about love. And I feel like this is you. I think you all about love. And I think you have, it's saying boundaries, but I don't feel like you've been working on those boundaries. And I think you're getting there with them. It might be that you need to work on it a little more. And it might be because you got the love. It might be more on the family end that you need to look at the boundaries. So, yeah, Hadarian energy. I love those species, the Hadarians. They're just all about love. So there you go, Sonawat. So looks like you're doing a good job, but looks like the family is where you need to put some more boundaries up. Okay, next. Hey, Sue Toffee, may I have a message from Galactic Council too? Okay. Mystic Martians, okay. Oh, or Garthans, manifesting multidimensional perception, attunement. Look at this. Multi-perception attunement, manifesting. So they are experts on manifesting. So it looks like to me that that's what they're wanting you to do, is start working on your manifestation skills and a multidimensional perception. But this is mainly manifesting. Whatever you're wanting, what are you wanting to manifest? It looks like to me they're wanting you to go a little deeper into that, the manifestation. It looks like, let's see what they're showing me. They're almost showing me like a wizard just doing this, and that they say, and you have the ability to do that, and you have a strong ability to do that. It's just you need to do it. It looks like to me you just need to get in there and do it. Okay. All right. It looks like to me you could teach some people about this Sutophy also. So you would need to be an example of manifestation, and you need to start really generating that. And it looks like to me you can actually be a teacher or instructor on how to do it. Okay. All right. Next. Hey, Carolyn. Do I have a message from my ET guides? Okay. Let's see. The Starseed Oracle. Okay. Oh, look at this. It says, wait, it's not yet time. Things are being woven. I very rarely pull this card. So this is a special one for you, Carolyn. It's saying, wait, it's not yet time. Things are being woven. So that means that they're in the process. You must be getting a lot of downloads, and the information that's coming through, they're wanting you to wait before it's going to be implemented, or you know what's going on. Yeah, they're showing me your crown chakra is wide open where you're receiving information. But it looks like you're going to be sitting on it for a while. If you're having ringing in the ears or dizziness, that is from the downloads you're getting. But it's got to sit there for a while. They're saying your DNA has to change some before you can actually start working with it. Let me see if that's what they mean. Your DNA has to change to accept it. So anyway, that's what's going on, Carolyn. You're getting a lot of downloads, but and they're just telling you wait because your DNA is being changed so you can accept it. Oh wow, thank you. Yes, my ears. Okay, well that's why, Carolyn, you're getting a lot of downloads. Okay, next. Hey Leslie, hi. I was drawn to ask who I am connected with ET related, if I am. I am definitely waking up to all of this and would like to know who this energy is from. Thank you. Oh, okay, Leslie. All right, let's see. Leslie, do you mind coming on so I can get more into your energy and hear your voice? If you just say yes or no, if you want to come in, and we won't be offended if you don't want to come on the show. But you don't have to be YouTube ready. You don't have to have your makeup on, your hair done. We can block out the video. But we will send you, if you could email us, first you can say yes or no if you want to come on, and we can get more into that, Leslie. She might not be here anymore. Anyway, Leslie, if you want to come on, just let me know. And we can.
Oh, she said yes.
Okay, good. Okay. So go ahead and email us at allaboutets@gmail.com. She's going to put it up for you so you can see it. So allaboutets@gmail.com. We will send you a link and bring you on, Leslie. Okay. All right. Good. All right. We'll move on to the next question. Hey, Vanessa, are there any aliens on Earth right now that are hurting that are hurting humans? Are there any aliens on Earth right now that are hurting humans? Right now, Vanessa, they have run most of those off. They have done a lot of work since I think it's 2012 on getting rid of the negative ones that are hurting humans. Now, some do slip through. We do get negative implants sometimes. So, but in general, most of them are gone. And most of the ones that are here now are the ones that are wanting to help us. So the answer is, I'm going to say mostly, no, they're not here. But they do occasionally slip through. Okay. Especially if your vibration's increasing, you become like a beacon of light sometimes to something like that. And they'll try to come in and lower your vibration. So that's what White Dragon was talking about. His light has been shining out there, and he went to the next level up. He's shining brighter, so they're seeing him more. So That's recently why he just recently had an attack. And most of the time, whenever you think you're having an attack, you can either contact me or contact Mary, the Rustic Raven, and we can try to handle that. Also, you can call Archangel Michael. There's all sorts of avenues if you're being attacked. So don't sit back. And you're stronger than any negative entity or ET that's out there. You can tell them to go away, get out of here. No, you are stronger than them. So I hope that helps, Vanessa. Okay, next. Hey, Kathleen. According to Dr. Stephen Greer, there is a worldwide shadow organization donor that has ET technology. They shoot down ET ships. What do you think about this? Well, Dr. Stephen Greer is extremely credible, and I have watched a lot of his work. And so the answer to that, yes. I mean, this is kind of, if you have the show or the TV Gaia, they go into a lot of that information about all that, Kathleen. And it's kind of a paid subscription for Gaia, but it's only like $100 a year or something like that. It's not really expensive, but you're going to get a lot of information about all that all sorts of ET stuff and ET technology. But there is an organization, government, and it's not just in our country, it's in lots of different countries. So the answer to that is yes. I think they already have our ship, or have their ships. They're trying to reverse the technology on it. Reverse engineer the technology is the technical word. So, okay. All right. Next. Does closing your crown chakra hide your light from dark energy until you are able to summon help? Well, that's a great question, M. I have never done that. They're telling me no. They're saying it's connected to your third eye and crown and solar plexus. So there's 3 ways. Crown. I'm writing this down myself. Solar plexus. Third eye. Shutting down will not help. In fact, and they're saying, in fact, the reverse. Shining your light, raising your vibration. Start going through your great things that you're grateful for, things that raise your vibration, because when you do that, if they're trying to attack and you start raising your vibration, they're not interested in you anymore. So you start working on that part of it. They're telling me to go the exact opposite, almost like you're going on the attack, raising my vibration. I'm thankful for this. I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for the house I have. I'm thankful for my clothes. I'm thankful. And that'll raise your vibration immediately. And that gets to where they're not interested in you. That's what they're telling me right now, which I'm glad you asked that question, because I didn't know the answer to that. And, it does sound like that would be an answer, but apparently it's not. So that's the answer that they're giving me. Okay. All right. Next.
Okay. I'm emailing Leslie. Just 1 second.
Okay. Right. So I'm looking at this. Okay. So Kathleen, you do have Gaia. Yeah, I love Gaia. And Stephen Greer does a lot of great work, and he's been doing work for years. I mean, there's so many of them that do work for so many years that, and they're such credible people. And it's just here recently where people are able to, the whistleblowers are coming out because of the Whistleblower Protection Act, that they can come out. And because so many of them, when they are talking about it, they get harassed and get scared and they shut them up. And now that seems to be turning around. Oh, hey, Spirit Watcher Suzanne, did an ET ship flash me during summer solstice while stargazing, and was Gloria on board? Okay, let me see. I'm getting a yes. Gloria says she was not on board, but she was around you. I'm not sure what that means. It looks like to me, she's showing me that she was standing next to you when this happened. You can physically see her. And it's almost like she was there to make sure you saw it. So there you go, Dirt Watcher saying. So she wasn't on board, but she was standing next to you to make sure you saw it. And yes, you did see a ship. So that was nice of her to do that, because you might have missed it otherwise. Okay, all right, next. Hey, Gigi, Dr. Gail, any message from my spirit galactic guys? So much appreciated. Okay, let's see, Gigi. Oh, we're pulling from a stone. I love these cards. If anybody wants, I mean, the thing about these crystals, I mean, sometimes crystals can't, they make them fun. And that's why I like this deck so much. These two guys have some really funny things about that they say on these crystals. And I remember when I got that deck, it was a few years ago, and it was the only one there. I think they put it back in print now. But at that time, I think I got the last one. Oh, that's a pretty stone. We're getting azurite. Look at that. It's done on purple. Well, it doesn't look purple there, but it is. Okay, it says, who needs it? I don't think this is huge, but it says, the materialistic, vain, and always craving. That's not a judgment. That's almost all of us. There we go. And it says it's for Leos especially. And so anyway, they're just trying to say, don't be as materialistic. But okay, when to use it? When material pleasures are giving you the buzz they used to. When it's time to take a break from snapping selfies and chasing shiny things, you can shake off shallowness. Start with your breath, then dive into the deep end with your azurite. Okay, and then it says explore your hidden depths. Now, I think actually this is true for all of us, because I do think we are going away from materialistic things. We're going more towards talking about the ETs, talking about the elementals, getting out in nature and letting go of the materialistic things. It doesn't seem to be, it's not as important for me now, which has been a journey for me for the past few years, that materialistic things are not as important to me anymore. And I think that's true. Sorry, my nose. I think that's true of all of us. I think especially the ones that are here, we're going into the direction of how can we raise everybody's vibration? How can we help the earth ascend? Our energies are going more towards those kind of things. How can we help the earth than materialistic things? And I think this card is true for all of us. So there you go. There you go, Gigi. Thanks for asking that question so I could pull that card for the general public. Okay, next. Hey, Linda, do I have an implant? Oh, wow. Linda, probably you're going to get more in your energy to figure that out. I'm going to probably have to hear your voice. And let's see, we're still waiting for one person to come on. I don't know if I have time to bring you on, or I don't think we will. Linda, next time that we're doing the show, go ahead and get here first, so we can bring you on to find out if you have the implant, or go ahead and email me at Dr. Gail Starseed@gmail.com, because this is going to take a little bit more energy, because immediately I'm not getting a definite yes or no. If I did, I would tell you, but I'm not getting that. And so it's just going to take me a little bit more. Also, you can schedule an appointment with Mary at the Rustic Raven, and you can schedule an appointment with her to find out if you have an implant. But that's just going to take just a little bit more. I think if I was more into your energy, or if I talked to you more, I'd be able to do that. But right now, I need more. I need to hear your voice or something, Linda. I don't mean to, I hate to put you off on that, because this is super important. So either email me or make an appointment with Mary at the Rustic Raven. And okay, you would, okay, all right, Linda, okay. All right, it looks like we've got Leslie on. Hey, Leslie. I'm going to pick up and look at us, see if I can over and look at you. How are you doing? Hey.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hi.
Hey, how are you doing? I see you're trying to adjust the picture.
I can't. I hate this. I'm okay.
That's okay.
Can you even see me? Okay. There we go.
You're perfect right now. You're perfect. Okay. All right. Well, tell me what's going on, Leslie.
Now I know I hear the back. I've already turned off my TV. So why am I hearing a double?
Do you have two apps going or two?
Well, I've just.
Do you have two windows open on your computer?
I'm afraid to turn off my phone, because then I can't. I'm afraid.
Oh, shucks.
Well, she'll be right back. It won't take but a minute. She's just going to check it to see if she had anything open. I think she had another something else open that was echoing there. But we can take another question in the meantime.
Okay.
Hey, Emma Buddha, I am wondering, was I attacked last month or did I misinterpret it as work being done on the top of my head while I was sleeping at night? Oh, okay. I'm getting, you weren't attacked. They were opening up your crown chakra. They're apologizing. Actually, they're saying, "So sorry, you weren't supposed to know that we were doing that." They will open up your crown chakra, and it is for you to receive more information. And they've said they've done it before. They're saying you have a tendency to close it down. Anyway, that's what it was. You weren't being attacked. And it looks like to me they've been doing it more than once. And they said you have a tendency to close it down. It looks like to me there's something that scares you. Of course, it would scare you. So you've got somebody working on top of your head. Why wouldn't that scare you? But they don't mean to. And it is opening up the crown chakra because you keep shutting it down. And they want to give you some information. So, yeah, you did misinterpret it. You weren't attacked, which is a good thing. So anyway, there you go, Emma. I usually notice when it happens. Okay. So maybe they need to work on that. They're all they're doing is apologizing for it. But they said, but now that you're aware of it, they might let you continue to be aware of it. So there you go, Emerald Buddha. Oh, I thought we would have her back immediately. All right, thanks, Emerald Buddha. So anyway, she try. I don't even see her. So okay, let's go to the next question. Hopefully she can come back on. Oh, there she is. Okay, hey Pauline, can ask if I'm a hybrid or a minium impregnation with various alien races. Was it due to contract agreement or abduction? Okay, you're another one, Pauline, that I need to actually talk to hear your voice. So we will be having another show next week all about aliens that you need to come on and I need to connect to your voice. I need to bring you on to connect to you. I need to hear your voice so I can answer that question more specifically. My biggest thing is I'm getting a yes that you were, but for more details about that, about which race, I'm kind of getting that it's more than one race. And I'm getting that, well, maybe I don't need to. Okay. What they're telling me is, yes, you are a hybrid and that you have more than one ET, that they went in and did something to your DNA and they added, it looks like 3 different ET races. 3 different ET races. I'm getting the Palladians, Arcturians, and I can't get the third one. They're telling me Solarians. Huh. I've not ever seen anybody who had this in them. And of course, the Solarians are the one that are on the Solaris Healing Center. And they're gold beings. But I've never seen that them put their DNA in somebody. But that's what I'm getting, Pauline, that you're a hybrid and you probably have some hybrid children, and that you have 3 alien races that have been mixed with your DNA. And was it due to contract agreement or abduction? It's definitely a contract agreement, or I'm thinking it's more past life than a contract agreement. I think you are an ET in the past, and might have been all these different races you have been. And so it was something that's very willing, and that you're more them than you are, like your lifetimes as a human. You're more associated with them than you actually are with humans. That's what I'm getting. So yeah, there's nothing negative about it at all. You were, nothing negative. So you were definitely willing and happy to do it. So there you go, Pauline. So I guess I did get at your energy. All right. So we've got Leslie back. Let's see if we can get her on again. Hey, Leslie, can you hear us now?
I've turned off the TV. If you could just hear my voice and tell me who is trying to contact me.
Okay. Just go ahead and talk, Leslie.
I'll go ahead and talk, even though it might be messing up. I'm just waking up to all of this and would like to know who is around me, who's contacting me. I have just been waking up, and I feel them around me. I feel like I'm being contacted. I don't know why. I don't know who it is.
Okay. Well, I'm getting gray hybrids. Let's see if I can write this for you. I don't know if you're going to be able to read this or not.
Yeah.
Okay. So they are contacting you and you're working with them.
Why don't they tell me?
Your vibration's not there yet. Because the journey, you're already working with them. You're already astral traveling, or your light body's going with them. But you're not ready for the information yet, is what they're saying. They give information in little bits and pieces all the time. We're always wanting more information, more than they give us. But they always look at when we're ready for it. I've struggled with that. We all struggle with that.
Okay.
We all want that information right now, but it's too much for us to take in. So they give it to us just a little bit of a time, and that's what they're showing me. Is they're showing me they're dripping it to you, just dripping. They let you absorb it. You now found this community where you can come in and talk about it. So they're showing me that it's going to accelerate now. Okay, any more questions?
Are they that's it. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Maybe next time you'll have a better connection.
Maybe.
But anyway, it's a good thing. You're working with them, and you can probably go back and look at this at the end and see what I'm telling you. But anyway, you're already working with them, and you'll get the information drop by drop. And this is a huge step in this community. So anyway, all right. Thanks, Leslie. Thanks for coming on.
I will.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for joining us today. Thanks, Susie. And tomorrow we will have the Healing Center, the Solaris Healing Center, at 2 Pacific time, 5 o'clock Eastern time. So everybody can come bring in what their issues are. So this is for entertainment purposes only. And thanks for joining us today, everybody. All right. Bye-bye.